Hey Pilgrim friends, it's Steve here on day 26 of the Via Francigena out here in the cornfield. It's like a field of dreams here. I wanted to share a little bit about the post I did on Facebook about yesterday because even though I've had some adventurous days, yesterday was just a particularly interesting day. You know, I started in the town of Langres after having that wonderful man pull over and get me in the last 9 kilometers when I was just dying after I'd already walked 35 kilometers. And I'm in a stretch of the Via Francigena that's very rural. There's not a lot of accommodation. So before I left Langres, I kind of wanted to confirm my accommodation. And the next stage was like 40 kilometers. And after walking 35, I'm finding 40 kilometers is just a bit much, especially in this blinding sun. I mean, there's not a cloud in the sky, and it's pretty warm, and it saps your energy a bit. So I wanted to break it up over 2 days. Unfortunately, the tourist office was not able to get a hold of anybody around the midpoint. They were able to get some accommodation for me close, like 10, 12 kilometers, but it was too short of a day. So I thought, well, maybe I'll just keep walking. And the tourist lady even said, car going by, it would be better for you to leave with a reservation. And I said, I know, but I don't have time. I can't wait. I need to get walking today. And I said, you know, I'm just going to see what the Camino provides, what the way provides. And that's what I'm finding is there is something that happens when you're out on these types of pilgrimages, that the way just opens up before you. So I set out with that in mind. And I had a list of some accommodations. So I headed out, and about the 23 kilometer walk mark, I hit a town which had a hostel marked. And I couldn't find it, and I actually found a local guy, and he confirmed. He said, finished, 2 years, done, gone. And I was thinking, oh, great, what am I going to do? And I actually found the hostel was abandoned. The gate was open, it was locked. I couldn't get inside, but there were some benches outside. And I really seriously considered just parking the day on the bench there. But it was only 3 o'clock, and I thought, I've got enough juice in me. I can go another 7 kilometers to this next town where supposedly there's this hotel, Chambers. They call it Chambers in France. So I pushed on. I got to the 30 kilometer mark, get to the town. I'm pretty tired. And like I said, the sun's just sapping all the energy. I was exhausted on water. And I was really praying that this place would be open, only to find out I couldn't find it. As I'm trying to get my bearings, a lady's out on her lawn. I hear bonsoir. And I say bonsoir, and she comes over, and I show her on my guide this hotel. And another truck going by. A lot of trucks out here. Anyhow, she confirms this place is closed. And I said, oh, you know, and she speaks a little English. I said, the last place is closed, this place is closed, and it's in the tourist guide. And she was like, yeah. So she goes across the street where her husband is with a couple of neighbors. They're out having some drinks. She's chatting to them in French. Next thing I know, they're inviting me over. And they say, you know, Champlitte, you can get a place there. And I said, yeah, but it's 10 kilometers. And they said, let us take you there. We'll like to take you there. And I was like, oh, so relieved. Now, on the Camino, I wouldn't have thought ever, when I did the walk in Spain, of taking a ride from somebody. It was really important to me to walk the whole thing. But there's something about the nature of the Via Francigena, the erraticness, there's just a different vibe here. And so actually getting a little lift for a few kilometers, I'm finding is part of the adventure, especially when you're stranded with no accommodation and having to maybe sleep in a field. So while they're preparing and the lady's getting her car ready, the guy asked me, do you like beer? And of course, I'm like, yes, this is amazing. And next thing I know, I'm sitting down, and I kid you not, I was so thirsty when he poured it in the glass. I could have just drank the whole thing. I mean, after just being in the sun, there is nothing like a cold beer in those moments. But I didn't want to appear like a barbarian, so I only drank half and put it down and then just sipped the rest. As I kind of chatted with him as much as I could. I didn't realize there was going to be as many trucks here. It's like truck central in this area.